Where are we at, Rhino?
Turn 1 performance. I guess where are we? North of Pensacola?
Yeah.
Because there isn't anything in the Bay County area worth of shit that knows what they're doing on these bikes. So we had to go completely out of our way. Get this R1 dialed in. Because apparently there's nobody in Panama City that knows what the hell they're doing.
What's wrong with the R1? What's wrong with my poor little bike?
I don't know. I don't know.
All the diagnosing and replacing parts and shit, and we still can't fucking figure out why I can't wheelie.
Yeah.
It's terrible, dude.
Yeah. First legitimate place that was actually recommended to us was Turn 1 Performance. We're in Milton, Florida.
Milton?
Milton?
Yeah,
dude,
fucking
this town is so small.
2 hours away.
But dude, biggest thing is they got some race bikes up front, some legit race bikes.
That's that was nice to see. Not coming into some little
sold.
But yeah, so not some stupid podunk shop that doesn't know a fucking damn.
Yeah. So here in a second, we're gonna throw it on the dyno, see what's up.
Yeah.
Agents of the Resistance. Listen.
We're at Turn 1 Performance,
okay.
And we're at 5833 Stewart Street, Milton, Florida.
Okay.
Been here since August of 2004.
Okay.
Prior to that, I worked at Suzuki for about 7.5 years. I was their service manager and only technician during that time frame.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So I drove over about 2 hours to come to your shop purely because of the reputation of the shop. Mm-hmm. What can you tell me about the type of work that you guys do at your shop that has defined you as the shop that you are?
Well, I come from a road race background, so
okay.
A lot of people knew me from that. So, we're known for road race setup, prep, engine building, custom motor work. We also have been at Dyno Tuning Center since 2000.
Okay.
So I've got over 14 years experience now. That's basically what brings a majority of our customers in. However, we do a lot of cruisers, we do Harley work, we do everything.
Okay. There's a couple different types of racetracks that you guys have in the area. You got a lot of racers for those tracks?
Yes. I still currently race Wera.
Okay.
And have done well with D Superbike and Clubman, earned a couple national titles in both of those classes. I also race the GSXR 750. And B Superbike and Senior Superbike because I'm a little older now.
Absolutely. So. Absolutely. So what did you guys do for my bike?
Basically what we did is we installed a Power Commander PC5 on the bike.
Right.
Put it on the dyno. We obviously did a diagnostic run while you were here when you dropped the machine off.
Yep.
Showing you where your air fuel was at, showing horsepower and torque values.
Right.
Even though they were on par with what we would expect to see with a stock machine, basically, since the slip-on that you have on it is nothing more than just a slip-on.
Right.
So it improves sound, but not really a whole lot for performance.
Right.
Okay. After running that, noticing that the air fuel was definitely rich, we suggested running a PC5 on the unit.
Right.
Put the PC5 on it, did a before map, and then an after map. After run, and after that we determined, we showed you that we had gained you about 6 horsepower. So
awesome. what do we have planned for the bike like in the upcoming future? Since the horsepower gains were there and it was noticeable, what's the next step that we can take for this bike?
Well, I still feel like there's some issue with the machine. I still feel like there's some left on the table there,
Right.
just based on what I've seen with other machines that we've tuned with similar mods. So my recommendation is probably to go ahead and replace do a cat delete on the bike,
Okay.
and put a Y pipe on it.
Now, cat delete's pretty standard because
Yes.
they tend to break down after a while,
They
right?
choke them down tremendously, yes, and they
Okay.
do tend to break down over time. So,
Okay. So that's probably what we're going to end up doing here in the near future. What's the difference from getting your bike dyno tuned versus taking just a standard map from DynoJet?
A standard map from DynoJet, you can kind of remember, and some of these maps that are on DynoJet's website are actually submitted through other shops that are in the area or across the country, but we still call it a generic map. Is
Right.
what I call it, basically. And the reason I say that is because they're built in different altitudes, different areas, and it's always best to have your bike dyno tuned somewhere near where you live, so that
Right.
the weather conditions are similar, the humidity conditions and so forth.
Right.
So we don't like to tune when it's wet. We don't like to tune when it's raining. It does affect the tune of the machine.
Right.
So the biggest improvement, though, and most, the misconception is that everyone feels like there's this huge, horsepower on the table, but not always is it about the numbers. It's about the drivability of the machine.
Right.
That's the biggest thing you'll notice is how well the bike runs, in the mid-range and where the average street rider is going to be using it, or a road racer. We can cater to both, and you can have the best of both worlds in one tune. So.
Perfect. So what can you, do you have anything else that you want to say to maybe the motorcycle community in the Panhandle? Because, I heard about you guys through a couple of different friends, and not only that, through forums for this shop specifically, and to talk to John.
The biggest thing I can say is, support your local businesses. Whether it be us or someone else that's local in your area. That's the only way that we can stay here for you guys. And without your support, we can't do it.
Awesome. I appreciate your time. Thanks,
All right,
John.
Thank you. Take care.